In October 2017, something extraordinary happened, something that could change the way we think about the universe forever. While scanning the skies using a telescope at the University of Hawaii, astronomer Robert Warwick noticed a faint streak of light moving quickly across the sky. It was faint, almost easily missed, but something about it stood out. This object was moving fast, too fast. Its speed and trajectory didn't match anything typically seen within our solar system. What Warwick and his team had discovered was unlike anything observed before. It wasn't just a comet or asteroid, it was the first recorded interstellar object to ever visit our solar system. A messenger from another star system. They named it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger from afar. And this name couldn't be more fitting because this strange visitor from the depths of space seemed to carry with it more questions than answers. Scientists and astronomers all over the world were instantly captivated. What was Oumuamua? Where did it come from? And perhaps more intriguingly, what was it doing here? The object's behavior was nothing short of bizarre. It was cigar-shaped, long and narrow, about 400 meters in length, and unlike any asteroid or comet we had ever seen before. But its shape wasn't the only unusual thing about it. Oumuamua was traveling at a staggering speed, approximately 196,000 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, that's more than 100 times faster than a speeding bullet. No known object in our solar system moves that fast naturally. And unlike the comets we are familiar with, Oumuamua didn't have a tail of gas and dust trailing behind it. It didn't behave like any comet or asteroid ever seen. So what exactly was it? For a while, scientists were at a loss. Initially, they classified it as a comet because it was the most logical assumption. Comets are typically made of ice and dust and often have irregular, fast-moving orbits as they approach the sun. But as the data poured in, something about this classification didn't feel right. Oumuamua wasn't behaving like a typical comet at all. It didn't seem to have the right composition or the expected tail of a comet. As it zipped past the sun, scientists expected the heat to cause it to release gases, a process called outgassing, but no such activity was detected. This object didn't fit the mold of anything they had studied before. Then they considered it might be an asteroid, but this theory didn't stick either. While asteroids are rocky bodies that orbit the sun, Oumuamua's trajectory didn't match the expected path of any asteroid. Instead of simply passing through our solar system, it accelerated in an unusual way, like it had an extra push from an unknown force. This unexplained acceleration only added to the mystery. As more observations were made, some scientists began to wonder, could Oumuamua be something else entirely? Something more than a natural object? Theories started to emerge suggesting that Oumuamua could be of artificial origin, possibly even an alien spacecraft. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb became one of the most prominent voices supporting this idea. He and his colleagues suggested that Oumuamua's acceleration could be explained if it were, in fact, a light sail, a type of spacecraft powered by solar radiation. Light sails are a real technology used in space missions to travel vast distances by using the momentum of photons from the sun. Could it be possible that Oumuamua was a probe or piece of technology sent by an alien civilization? While the alien spacecraft theory grabbed headlines and sparked the imagination of many, not all scientists were convinced. Others proposed more grounded explanations, suggesting that Oumuamua could be a fragment of a larger object, perhaps a chunk of nitrogen ice that was ejected from a Pluto-like planet in another solar system. But even this theory had its challenges. To fit the observed data, Oumuamua would have to be much smaller than originally thought. No one could definitively say what this object was. For months, scientists tracked Oumuamua as it sped through our solar system. But soon, it was gone. After just a brief encounter with our sun, it whipped away, leaving as mysteriously as it had arrived. Astronomers lost sight of it as it traveled further away, and eventually, it disappeared entirely, leaving behind more questions than answers. Was it a comet, an asteroid, or an alien artifact? No one could say for sure. But the story doesn't end there. Now, years later, in a development that has shocked and terrified the scientific community, reports have surfaced that Oumuamua is back. And this time, it's not just passing through. According to some predictions, The object is on a direct collision course with Earth, and it could impact our planet in just 2 weeks. This news has sent waves of panic through the scientific world. If Oumuamua is indeed returning to Earth, the consequences could be catastrophic. At its current speed, faster than any object we've ever encountered in space, there may be nothing we can do to stop it. Is this a cosmic fluke, or are we facing something much more dangerous than we ever imagined? Let's dive into the details of Oumuamua's sudden return and why scientists are so alarmed. First, let's address the question, how do we know that Oumuamua is coming back? After it left our solar system, astronomers continued to track its trajectory using mathematical models and sophisticated calculations. For years, it was thought to be on a one-way trip, never to be seen again. However, new data has shown that Oumuamua's path has shifted dramatically. While we don't fully understand why, the object appears to have made a U-turn and is now heading directly toward Earth. This isn't just some random space rock floating aimlessly through the cosmos. Oumuamua seems to be moving with purpose, accelerating in ways that are hard to explain with natural forces alone. And that has led some scientists to revisit the idea that it may not be a natural object after all. Could it be that Oumuamua is being controlled by some form of intelligence? That's the unsettling question at the heart of this new development. If Oumuamua is an alien probe or spacecraft, its return could be part of a larger mission, one we don't yet understand. Are we being watched? Could this be the first step in a much larger plan? The possibilities are as exciting as they are terrifying. But if Oumuamua is not an alien spacecraft, that still leaves us with the question of how to stop it. At its current speed, it's approaching Earth at an unprecedented velocity. Scientists estimate that it's traveling at nearly 200,000 miles per hour. If it were to collide with our planet, the impact would be devastating. The energy released would be equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs, wiping out entire cities and causing mass extinction. And with only 2 weeks left, there may be no time to prepare for such an event. Many experts are working around the clock to determine whether there is any way to deflect or destroy the object before it reaches Earth. But the reality is we've never dealt with anything like this before. Our current technology may simply not be advanced enough to intercept an object traveling at such high speeds from so far away. Some are calling for the development of space-based defense systems, while others are looking at the possibility of launching a nuclear strike to try and break the object apart before it reaches us. In the meantime, astronomers are closely monitoring Oumuamua's trajectory, hoping to get more accurate data on its exact path and potential impact site. The hope is that, with enough warning, evacuation efforts could be made to save lives. But the clock is ticking and we're running out of time. So what do we do now? The truth is, we don't have all the answers. Oumuamua's sudden return has thrown the scientific community into uncharted territory. Is it just a strange, unexplained phenomenon? A rogue object flung through space by random chance? Or is it something more? A message from another civilization, or even a threat? As we brace for what could be a major impact event, one thing is certain. Oumuamua has captured our imagination once again. Its story is one that challenges our understanding of the universe and our place in it. Whether it's a natural object or an alien probe, the mystery of Oumuamua reminds us that there is still so much we don't know about the cosmos. But there's one final question that lingers. If Oumuamua is indeed an alien probe, what happens after it arrives? Will this be our first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization? And if so, what will that encounter look like? Will they come in peace, or is this the beginning of something far more dangerous? Only time will tell. For now, all we can do is wait and hope that the answers we get in the coming days and weeks will bring clarity to the mystery that is Oumuamua. Whatever it is, one thing is clear. The universe is full of surprises, and this may be one of the biggest yet. So stay tuned as we continue to follow this story closely. The next few weeks could change everything we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos. Let's just hope we're ready for what comes next.